So welcome to this guided meditation for letting go. First of all, if you like this meditation, don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, if you have something specific to let go of, you can pause the video right now and write it down on a piece of paper and keep this paper in your hand or your pocket during the meditation. Maybe you want to let go of fear, anger, something about a relationship, maybe a persistent thought that won't go away. Maybe there is a problem you can't stop thinking about, or maybe there is something physical, something painful. You don't have to do this. You can do this meditation without any specific plan, but you might want to try this because this paper will actually come back during this meditation. So, if you want, pause now and write down what you want to let go of, and then start the video again. So, here we go. Sit comfortably. Put your phone on silent mode. Realize deeply that this is for you. This time you spend here with this meditation is just for you. Realize your intention. That intention is to let go of whatever needs to go, to heal whatever needs healing. And remember, healing is always about some kind of change. Something has to change for you to heal. Something has to go. So now we invite the openness to let go of all energy, all blocks, and to receive healing and the courage to really let go. Take a few deep breaths. Close your eyes. Say mentally yes to the Reiki energy that's around you right now. Take a few seconds to really set the intention, to really feel the sincere wish to let go of what does not serve you anymore. And now we are going for a walk. So visualize this. You're walking by the side of the road. It's just a normal road, a gravel road on the countryside. You see fields around you. There is a light breeze. The weather is mild, and there is a forest a bit further away. And you're walking there along the road, a bit aimlessly, thinking about nothing in particular. And you realize you're open for a new direction, a new discovery, for a healing discovery, for some kind of process to start. And you keep following the road, but now you see there is a small path leading into the forest. you get a sudden urge to follow this small path. So you enter the forest. All is very silent, and you feel the dampness of the forest and the smells of the earth. And as you walk along further into the forest, you realize the path is gone, if there ever was one. But you keep going. You're not going back just yet. You've come this far. You abandoned the predictable road out there, and you entered a new one. So you continue. Because you feel there is an openness in this forest. It's a forest of possibilities. There is no clear path, and that's why anything is possible now. So you walk through the forest in silence, just listening to the wind in the trees, feeling your feet against the ground, walking on the soft earth. Then you enter a clearing. It's like a circle with no trees, and there is a little hill in the middle. You go up the hill. And you lie down in the grass and look up at the sky. Suddenly a bright light shoots down from the sky into your crown, into the top of your head. And you breathe in this light through the crown down to your heart. With each in-breath, you breathe in more light from the sky. You draw it into your head and pull it down to your heart. And you breathe like this for a little while, lying there on the hill, seeing and feeling the light enter your crown, going into the heart on the in-breath. You continue drawing the light through the crown into your heart on the in-breath, and on the out-breath the light goes from your heart out to the rest of your body, filling your entire body, and then goes into the universe in all directions. So now you breathe like this for a little while. On the in-breath, the light is coming from the sky through your crown. You pull it down into your heart. On the out-breath, the light goes from your heart out into your body and out through your body into all of the universe. Notice what you feel and experience for a little while. Stay open to what is now. Realize that everything is as it should within this now. It shouldn't really be any other way than it is. It is perfect in itself. Now you get up, you go down the hill and further into the forest. There is a bridge or a creek. But it's not a normal bridge, it's a bridge of pure white light. You know that this is the bridge of healing and change. You enter the bridge of pure white light knowing that this is Reiki energy and that you're accepting change and the openness to let new things into your life. New paths, new ways. You stand at this bridge for a minute looking down into the water below. The water is also full of white light, this white Reiki light. You go down the other side of the bridge and you move on. And you realize you passed some kind of boundary now. That you left one part of the forest and entered another. And you stand there looking at the creek, watching it flowing towards you. And suddenly you get the impulse to follow it, to see where it comes from, to see where this flowing white light comes from. So you follow the creek upstreams. And you walk by the side of the creek, listening to the wind, feeling the light breeze. And gradually you hear a noise getting louder and louder as from rushing water. You follow the creek a little bit more and then you see where this sound comes from, where the creek comes from. There is a waterfall a bit further away, and the water looks like pure white light, just like the water in the creek you followed here. and you're drawn to this waterfall of light. And you get the impulse to get in there, to stand in that cascading light, to let it cascade down on you, to totally engulf you. So you step out into the creek and go into the waterfall. The water is warm. It feels like it's holding you still, embracing you, like you're safe there inside the waterfall. So you decide to stay in this warm waterfall for a while, letting it run all over you, rinsing you, like it's flushing away whatever needs to be flushed away. The white light of Reiki is showering you, but you don't feel wet or soaked. Only warm and held, like you're being embraced by the entire universe. After a little while more, you suddenly see there is a cave behind this waterfall. And you feel a pull towards this cave. Like there is something important in there, waiting for you. So you go through the waterfall into the cave. And it should be dark, but it isn't, because you light up the cave with your own light now. You bring your own light from the waterfall and you light up the cave like a giant torch. And you see everything in there, every little piece of rock, every grain of sand. There is a treasure chest on the cave floor, like a pirate's chest. It's old and worn and looks like it's been through thousands of adventures, lifetimes of adventures. And you wonder what's in store for you here. What's in there? What you're going to get from it? There is no lock. So you open it. And it's empty. There is no treasure, no golden coins, nothing at all. But it feels all right, because you realize you didn't come here to get anything. You came here to leave something behind. And you realize you have to leave something behind in this treasure chest before you leave. You search your pockets to find something to leave behind in there. And you find a piece of paper. Once upon a time, this probably was a nice piece of paper. Now it's old and crumbled. It looks like it's been in your pocket for 100 years. It's worn and dirty, folded 1,000 times, looking like it's ready to fall apart into dust. This is something you have been keeping for a long, long time without realizing it. Maybe it's a note to remember something that's not important now. Maybe it's an old idea that's not relevant anymore. Or a note you wrote to someone about something and you never gave them the note. Or maybe it's a note to yourself about something. Maybe about some kind of problem that you had that you wanted to get rid of. It's really not important to know, because the important thing now is to let this paper go now. Because what you wrote there doesn't serve you anymore. It's actually garbage. It's actually trash. Trash holding you back. So now you throw this paper into the treasure chest. And you see that the chest has no bottom. Your paper goes down, 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 becomes smaller, smaller, fading away. It's gone. You realize your old, worn paper could be sinking into the middle of the earth, the middle of the universe. Maybe it could fall like this forever, never reaching any kind of bottom anywhere. And you realize you don't know if you've been standing here in the cave a minute or an hour or even a whole day. The passing of time means nothing at this place. You could have been standing here a second or a week or your whole life. It doesn't matter. You don't have to know. You decide to close the chest. And you stand there in the cave and you shine like a torch with your bright light filling every square millimeter. And you know that by letting go of this paper and what you wrote there, You're letting go of something. You gave something back to the universe where it belongs. And you realize this is what you came for. To get inside this cave. To find this treasure chest. To get rid of what doesn't serve you anymore. That is the real treasure. So now you stand there for a while, feeling your own light running through you into every cell, every molecule, every atom. Feeling the energy around you, feeling yourself opening up, tuning in to what is, tuning in to the space you cleared inside you. And to what may take this place. Because that's the important thing now, not what you threw away. The important thing is the space you cleared, the space you now have, and what may come to fill it. All the possibilities, all the potential you have now. You realize it's time to go back to the road where you came from. You leave the cave. You pass through the waterfall and head back over the bridge. You arrive at the clearing, and before you go back to the road, you decide to climb up the hill one last time. You lie down again and look at the sky and how your own light now makes everything around you crystal clear. The leaves, the grass, the little stones, the tree branches. And you know you are all those things. You know all those things are you. Actually, there is no separate you. You are everything. It's time to leave the forest now. It's no problem because you know the forest and the bridge and the waterfall and the cave will always be there for you. You realize you can never leave them because they are in you. You have been visiting a place deep inside yourself, deep inside the universe. So you get up and you start to walk down the hill, through the forest, back to the road. and you know that you let go of something, or that you will shortly, or in the coming days or weeks. It may be very clear, it may be very subtle, and that the important thing is that you invited change and healing, and that you are in good hands, that you trust this process that you can't possibly understand, that is beyond your understanding, analyzing, thinking, wishing and wanting. You leave all that behind you now. You leave all that behind you in that forest. The forest will take care of it, along with the dead leaves, the dead branches, along with everything else that will transform into new life. And so you reach the road. You find a piece of rock to sit on before you move on. You sit there looking at the sky, looking down upon you. And you sit there for a little while, letting it all soak in. What you just did. The healing journey you just completed. The openness and the new spaces you created. And after a small while, you're ready to move on. Life has to move on. It always does. But maybe now with greater ease, more energy, more direction. Only you will know, and only in time, if not now. And so, slowly, you invite continued insight and clarity, inspiration and self-trust. And you thank yourself for the journey and the guidance and the Reiki energy that is here supporting you. And you bring your awareness back into your body, to the room, to the chair, sofa or bed you're resting in. And so when you're ready, you can bring your consciousness to your eyes. Take a few deep breaths and come fully back. This concludes this meditation. And if you really did write a note before the meditation, you are now free to throw it in the trash. Please do. And if you didn't write a note, you might want to try it next time and see how that works for you.